Alright, here we are, guys. I'm pretty sure we're going to form Rome today. Because we quite literally, after piecing up Portugal and taking Tunis, we only require this. We formed Germany, which would otherwise be a bottleneck. If we hadn't formed Germany, we couldn't form Rome. We just need this. So it's so irritating. The MAMs guaranteed them. They went from guaranteeing them to allied to them to guaranteeing them again. So I couldn't do anything about it. Hey Phantom, what's up? Plasmon, I mean, excuse me. How are you? So annoying because the Mamluks are one of the biggest countries in the world. They're next to us. They're going to take forever to eliminate, and they own Mecca. Which I want. So I would love to do a straight up land grab against them. But the truce is going to come up with him sooner, in 3 years. And yeah, it's going to have to be a white piece or something with the MAMs. That would be the most sensible thing to do. And grab what's required to form Rome quickly. But then, of course, this guy's probably going to become Defender of the Faith again. It's annoying. Been looking at the German missions. We want to do industrialize the Rhine. So we've got really good money right now. And we should be going for manufactories in these provinces. Looking at building slots. Let's go around doing some burning of development as well. Let's do that at the beginning here. It's actually the end of the month, which is good. Yikes. Deleting a cathedral on 10 tax. Doesn't feel great. Alright. It should do it. We need 8 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, it has to go in every province. We don't own some of them. Yeah, okay. Alright, 8 manufactories. It's not too bad. Hey, Vectros, what's up? Hey, VGF. Okay. We just took Tunis. I've got a pretty good idea of what we're going to do. So, many of you people, I guess we'll talk about it for the VOD people, we're bottlenecked behind getting 75 power projection here, guys. Excuse me, I'm struggling to clear my throat this morning. Let's let the month end, considering we're right at the end of the month, that's perfect. So, I wanted to look at a couple things. Number one, the economy. Okay. So, if we look at Ming, you can see here that Ming is significantly stronger than us. We even checked his quality. Typically, when comparing quality in terms of one nation eclipsing the other. Hey, Jipo. Thanks so much, Jipo, for the sub. Appreciate it, dude. Nice to see you. Yeah, I'm well enough. We're in like hardcore lockdown here in New Zealand, which sucks, but it's alright. I was going to talk about, in terms of quality, it's their technology, which is the only thing relevant, guys. It's not like their discipline or anything like that. It's pretty much just their technology. So Ming, the point is, we're not going to eclipse Ming anytime soon because he's literally stronger than us. So he is going to be our rival. And so one option that we have, I've been thinking about it, and you guys are in lockdown in the UK, like where you are at, Jipo? It sucks. I was thinking that we're going to grab the military hegemon, guys. The economic hegemon. I think that's the quickest. way to grab power projection. It gives you 25 power projection. So if we insult 50 power projection is 75 basically, right? 50 plus 25 is 75. So literally just insulting him, which I could do literally that month, actually. I couldn't do it between... Well, that's interesting. We ended on the day that I could insult him. That's really interesting. So we can do that right now. Yeah. Yes, we keep the German missions, exactly. We have no incredible pressure to do this stuff, but typically, historically in my runs, dude, when I form Germany, I grab that immediately. Straight up. So this is just build buildings if you don't have it. This is own 10 universities easy. That's power projection we should have. That's crown land we should have, and then you smash it out. So we're actually having 5 less admin efficiency than I would typically have at this stage. That's the issue. So the economic hegemon is definitely the closest out of the hegemonies. We need 200 more income per month. I think at the rate that we're snowballing, apparently this is our real economy, guys. We're also reinforcing, I think. Yep, but reinforcing is a lot cheaper. Also, look at this, guys. This guy's drilled up pretty nicely. He's halfway there. That's pretty good, man. It would be really, really nice if we could keep some drilled stacks going. So the problem, there's a couple problems with this. We used to always debate what is better between the military and the economic hegemony. And there's no doubt that the military is better. But the problem is how late that you get the military. So perhaps we just roll with the economic hegemon this game, guys. We'll think about it. I would suggest that we're going to get this within 10 years. Don't you guys agree? I think at this rate, like, we can put down like a manufactory per month at this rate. That's how it appears. And if we look here, you can see those are all manufacturers. So we're going to be trading companying stuff up as we eliminate these Germans, which I'm literally going to do right now. Some of them. Trade rolls through to the end nodes automatically. I think, yeah, 10 years we're going to do it. War score cost too important? Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with you. So the thing is, if we're going to abandon the economic hegemon, how do we do it? You have to fail in the requirements. So what's an easy way to grab that? Power projection bumps up, pass the mission, and go for, you know, lose it, which then, by the way, increases all point cost by 10% for like 20 years or something. Sucks, but at least I think it's 10%, and at least, I mean, we got the innovativeness. I mean, what can you do, guys? Like, we need to get that mission done. The alternative is that we fight Ming over power projection, which is like going to be a nightmare. So we have to just eat poop. I did look at the subsidizing inventory thing. So there's other things to consider. In terms of power projection, so the subsidizing is only one. You get one. That's it. Subsidies gives you one, and it's only for as long as the war lasts. So it's basically not going to do anything, guys. He would have to be fighting like 10 different separate nations, and then we would subsidize each of them for additional 10 power projection. Even then, that's not enough. But I just mean the more the better. It's just not enough to be relevant. Obviously there's the privateering thing. We don't have the range, but we could resolve that to an extent. We could charter a company maybe, or something. There. So we could do something like that. I mean, heck, I might just do this anyway, right? That's actually a pretty affordable. I think I'm going to do that now while we're at peace. So we can charter a company. We have to remove this. Should make that prio, converting it. We can charter a company in Ming, or excuse me, privateer in Ming, because the trading range now. So that will give us a power projection. And the major thing is supporting rebels, guys. When you support rebels, you get up to 50% based on how much it is costing you financially. And that's the issue. First of all, I'm not sure Ming has any rebel factions, if we're, like, realistic about it, guys. I mean, would he have any rebel factions? So we're going to have very few opportunity to actually do it. But then we're so rich, it's probably not going to give us much power projection. Yeah, that's something I considered, Matt, exactly. We could theoretically, I just got Dave's Vault against him. Theoretically, we could just start expanding into Ming. I mean, that would do it. And that's something we have to do anyway, but I think it's a really bad idea. Like, number one, he's strong, and we want to crack down on the Muslims. I mean, the reason we postpone Ming is because he's Confucian, right? Like, he doesn't join the coalitions. He's also, if we chunk him more than 50% land grab, or more than 50 aggressive expansion worth of land grab, then he's in the coalitions, and we're basically locked into the Ming Wars, right? The idea is we keep attacking his tributaries, or else he's going to join the coalition. Really, really bad idea. So yeah, like I said, I was thinking just focusing on our game, grabbing the economic hegemony, and then insulting him is the way to go. I'm not going to stove off insulting him here. We can get over 50 power projection for monarch points. And if we wanted to switch to military, then we have to take the penalty. So there are some other advantages to people saying, you know, military is the way to go all the way, even though we can get economic earlier. There are some other advantages to the economic hegemon. Historically, so if you look at the bonus, guys, of the governing capacity down the bottom, that's decent. But the autonomy and territory is 20%. Absolutely ridiculous. That's manpower, guys. Manpower. It's not just money, but it's manpower. Like, that can really keep a ball rolling, right? So I prior to going military, because you can get economics so early, I theorized that I wanted to go for military, right? Which we did in the past, even though economic you can get so early. And but I had the luxury of having this minimum autonomy in territories modifier. And that dawned on me that in order to get the military hegemon, completing expansion and getting this would have a huge help on our force limit, as well as just manpower in general and so on. But the point is that we could skip this. We could skip this. I mean, the relation is really good as well. So typically we would take expansion for the colonist. I'm pretty certain the policies are irrelevant. Yeah. Policies are irrelevant. But we did last run do all of this for the autonomy to help us get the military hegemon more easily. I mean, we could skip that and we'd be in even better shape. But we wouldn't have these modifiers in the ultra late game. It's a hard call. The other thing is that we did get this early enough with focusing on regimental camps, which we're going to do. This guy here, conscription center. With that focus, we did get that early enough to be relevant. If you guys remember, like, we hadn't even finished the world conquest. And getting the movement speed, the land attrition, the unrest, and the siege ability, like, so good. So I am doing a spiny work on Ming. We'll see about the rebels, guys. Maybe it just goes away, eh? The issue. But I think we're going to jump into the military hegemon. That's the idea. Or the economic. And then maybe try to cancel it. So regardless, we're going to start off the session with some burning of land. Some burning of land, guys. Just a little bit. I'm kidding, by the way. It's going to be an absolute crap load. If you can't tell. By the looks of things, we're going to burn the vast majority of what we own. So this is something I want to be a little bit more vigilant in regards to, which we already have done. But, you know, with our most recent disgrace, I don't think burning alone would have made the difference. You know, it wouldn't have carried us through, so to speak, to victory. But certainly, if there's a risk of us, you know, not achieving this, not having the points, we want to be burning more aggressively than I was, considering that's one thing we can do. So some of the stuff is actually Saxon, if you can't tell. This the orange here. Can't choose between military or I mean manpower or production, guys. Struggling to choose. Okay, I actually want to stay away from burning Germany until we pass a certain mission. Requires us to have like 10 level 30 development provinces or whatever in Germany, so I could actually ruin that if I'm not careful. Alright, is that everything we own? Certainly not. Okay. I wish Westphalia was good or Rhineland was formable. I think Westphalia is pretty good, aren't they? Or, they're good for multiplayer, I think. I know that there's a lot of good options for multiplayer, for formable tags. Westphalia used to be significantly worse than it is, I think. I think they made a couple tweaks somewhat recently. I think the Emperor patch, which we're playing on, to the traditions of Westphalia, and yeah, I think they're pretty good, actually. This stuff is like very low dev, guys. I don't think I'll stress about that. Oh, okay, misclick, oopsie daisies. I'm deliberately missing some of this stuff, guys. It's okay. Yeah, I'm deliberately missing this stuff. So if we burn the production, it's gonna worsen the odds of us actually getting the hegemon that I was literally just talking about. And if I take from manpower, which I have been to an extent, it's going to hurt our manpower in the long run. I mean, the idea is we reduce autonomy in these territories and we invest into them with trading companies. And yeah, we want the manpower to be up to generate manpower. So if we can't take from admin, they're certainly pretty low development. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay. I want to do something with my light ships. And we're going to make our way over to actually Britain potentially as our next war. So I want to jump onto the British Isles. Now we did make some money there. We're going to invest in manufactories for missions, which actually should be it. Sadly, aren't going to generate that much money for us, but it's for Industrialize the Rhine. I think we just dropped 8 of them, right? Yeah, and then we get 15% goods produced in those states, which is it's going to pay itself off before the end of the game. But it's more importantly going to give us that 300 admin in a pinch. We need to lead into that. I mean, as we dominate all 3 end nodes momentarily, that, you know, trade power will roll through to us. Well, so we can seize land, guys, but I want to do it without fighting those rebels. It's so annoying. I can so that the land share is worse, so that the influence is worse, so that our crown land is doing better overall. But I don't want to fight the little rebels. Now that we've got this here, that equilibrium. So if we get the equilibrium up, I can actually seize land without costing us like rebels or whatever. We need the German region with 30 development. So we can get that actually annexing some of these guys who are over 30, like Lubeck right now, Bremen, Ulm. Those are the major ones. Yeah. Now, hoping to form Rome today, guys, and then throw down cultural conversion. So the next modifier is going to be cultural conversion cost reduction. If we look at our cultural conversion cost reduction, we remove the 25 from adjacent. We're at 30, 50, 75, or 85. Okay, so why do I feel like we lack that a little? German now. That's interesting. I guess we do rely on the parliament until the Enlightenment institution, right? I guess that's how it goes. It's supposed to be normal. We rely on the parliament for five years from now. And we're going to be culture conversion cap reduction. We're going to be stacked up with points. This guy is going to protect trade in Alexandria. Alexandria is a little bit unsafe, but there's tons of money in there which could be rolling through. I'm going to switch that to Constantinople. Switch this to Genoa. We actually have more controller than Venice nowadays, as we're pretty much the supreme controller collecting in Venice. So as our military points hopefully catch up a bit here, guys, I'm going to just start going over my leaders slots. Leaders over my allocated, that's my preference. Mostly so that I can drill them. Okay. We could also grab more merchants. So this stuff was all non-Hussite, but we can simply add these things. Okay, we're working on those. That's Hussite, very good. I'm gonna delete some forts. I know rebels here. Every time I delete forts, I regret it, guys. Seriously. Like, a lot of people get on me, like, I'll delete the forts, and then literally with the next couple streams, I'm thinking like, oh, I wish those forts were there. I really think, you know, we're balling rich. Just keeping them around until we've completely sterilized the whole region is... Yeah, I'm not going to do it. I'm only deleting the odd fort. This guy can go. But we're keeping the forts. I feel like in Italy here, we've got Rome now that can replace Naples. Okay. Still got to sort out our religious unity, you know? Wait, you guys are lagging? Hmm. Is this... Hey, Omnisop. There's the British truce. So I'd be very disturbed if the coalition started coming up. Because we've got strong diplomacy. Stream keeps crashing. Yeah, feels like server-side. I'm sorry to hear that, guys. It often is, you know. My perspective when I stream, there's just nothing I can do, which is... It's not great. Damn it. Dude, well, I have been having issues lately. Should I restart the stream? Why would it do that, dude? I should probably just restart the stream again, right? No, it's internet. But